Business owners and entrepreneurs, welcome to this training. The reason you're watching this video is because you want to learn how to create high quality video content using either a camera or even a cell phone. I'm going to show you both, and really the biggest thing is that if you're using a phone, which is a lower budget option, that it has a high quality camera on it, and lighting is going to be super important. It doesn't matter how good the camera is, if your lighting's not good, your video quality is going to suffer because of it. First thing that I'm going to talk about is the camera that I'm currently recording this video on is the Sony FX3. The Sony FX3 is about a $4,100 camera, so that's a little bit on the pricey end. I'm also recording this on a second camera, which is the A7 III, which I'm looking at right now. So I'm looking at the A7 III right now. Now I'm turning my attention to the FX3, so you can kind of see the difference there, all right? I'm currently recording this audio using just a boom mic. So I'm currently just using the boom mic right here. You can see if I tap on it, you'll hear a little something there, okay? The boom mic a lot of times is much cleaner than a lav because you don't have any of the clothing rustle. However, booms can tend to get a little pricey, so there are some lav mics that are budget friendly, such as the Rode Go mics. Those are budget friendly. Some lavs are more expensive, such as the Sennheiser G4. So right now I'm just using the boom mic. The Rode NT-G3 is the mic that I am currently using right now. And you see how clean the audio is, other than when, of course, I'm touching it, or you probably heard some boom rattle there. Sometimes when I'm doing either podcasts or trainings via Zoom, where I'm like sharing my screen, I use this mic here. This mic here is the Shure SM7B. It is a really great classic microphone. Michael Jackson used to sing his vocals on this all the time. So why am I talking so much about audio? Because it is super, super important. Just as important as lighting, to be honest. Because if the audio is not clean, people aren't going to want to listen to you talk for very long. So next I'm going to talk about the light. So this is a one light setup right now, but there are 3 different light setups that I want you to be aware of. So there's a key light setup, which is the one I'm using right now. You can see the light right here. This is the Godox light right now with a small dome diffuser, and the reason I'm using the mini dome is because the ceilings in here are kind of short, and that gigantic dome doesn't quite fit in here where I want to place the light. So you can see this is a nice, if you have a smaller room, this is a nice option right here. The light should be angled down so that you create some nice shadows. Notice I have shadows here. Now, depending on the video that you're going for, you may want a fill light. The fill light would be on the other side coming in here, or you can use a reflector to reflect light, okay? And then the third lighting system is the 3 light setup, which also includes a backlight. I showed this in another training video, the micro content training, where you saw that nice halo around Michelle's head. That's what the backlight does, right? But the reason I'm using just one light here is because I want to show you that even with a simple setup like this with one light and, of course, a cell phone, which I'm going to get to in a minute, you can do some pretty amazing things. So let's talk a little bit about the cell phone and how we're going to use this to create micro content. So this device right here is known as the Smooth Mobile. It is a gimbal for the cell phone, essentially. I'm going to show you how to kind of set this up, how to balance it, and then ultimately how to record your videos with it. And I'll even show you kind of a side-by-side comparison so you can see the difference in the image quality. There will be a difference, but if you don't have a side-by-side comparison, people won't even really be able to tell if you like the video well. So you can still have very high quality video. So let me show you how this works. So you take your device here and you're gonna put the phone in the device. And actually a lot of times you have to take the case off. So I'm gonna remove the case. There it is, I took it out of the case. The other thing that you wanna do, these phones and the lenses get dirty. So cleaning solution right here. I'm going to spray it and just clean the lens and the phone so that it looks nice and clean. Alright. There are 2 different ways that you can balance the phone on the gimbal. Alright. There you can see it's on, right? Now, you can either go horizontally, which would mean flipping it like that, right? And if you're balancing it horizontally, You notice how the phone is kind of hanging down like this? You want it to stay like that. So how do we do that? Well, you've got an arm here. You got to pull it out. Now it's balanced going the other way, so you need it to stay like that, right? And when you hold it up like this, now it's not even on right now, but you can see it's staying pretty sturdy. So then we turn the device on. There's a power button on the front. When you turn it on, you'll see a blue light comes on, and then it'll straighten up. Okay? Now, take a look. You can see it's right. Alright, so then the next step would be using a professional filming app. There's several that you choose from, but the one that I like is Filmic Pro. So Filmic Pro is a really nice filming app that I am going to pull up here. Alright, and so when you get Filmic Pro, a couple of different options. You can pay like $2 a week or $40 a year, or there's a free version as well, but you get more features with the subscription version, of course. And then you've got manual settings, all sorts of manual settings. So Filmic Pro, basically you've got several different options from which to choose from, but you can change all sorts of things. Let me hit record here. You can change color temperature, you can zoom in and zoom out. You can put a grid there so that you can kind of put your subject where you want them, right? I'm going to show you kind of how you can set this up to do your micros. So I'm going to turn this off for a second, and I'm going to flip it to the vertical version of this, right? I'll show you how we balance it that way. So the vertical version, of course, now you've got to pull it down so that it's kind of line it this way, bring in the arm a little bit. And this is a completely different balancing act, of course. Oh, and of course, you're going to want to turn it so that it's facing. See, it's still back heavy, so we want this to kind of come to the front. We'll get this in there. Much closer. So let's turn it back on. Okay, so actually I may need to flip it around so that the camera side is to me. I'm going to flip it around this way. And then now it changes the balance, of course. Any little change that you make to this will change the balance. So there we go. Turn this on. I'm going to put this up here, and of course, see what it does. Now sometimes you might need somebody to kind of set focus for you. The reason I'm using the back lens instead of the front one where I could see myself, and you could do it either way, but the lens on the back of the camera, or the main lenses, are often going to be better than the back camera. So the front lenses often going to be better than the selfie camera. So what happened, and sometimes this may happen, so I tried to record it with the other side of the camera, but you really need another person to kind of help guide that, because otherwise you can't really see what you're doing. And so I kind of guessed the composition incorrectly. So, and the exposure was a little overexposed. That goes with it, right? So moral of the story, make sure that you check your recording after you record it. So because we're doing it now on the selfie camera, same thing. I want to clean that camera because it's dirty, and I don't even remember the last time I cleaned it. Last time I tried it. So here we go with this. So I'm going to do the same process here. The camera's now recording. Key light's in the same spot as it was before, right? Still recording on the boom mic up here, all right? Still recording on the boom mic up here, and obviously you can see the boom mic here in my camera, so we don't want to see the boom mic, so I might bring this a little closer, like that. Okay. And you would start with your hook. The reason you're not getting enough subscribers on your YouTube channel is because you're not properly marketing it using social media. In my training, I'm going to show you how to market using social media. Just comment or DM the words social media video marketing and I'll show you how. Or, follow us for more tips on how to market your YouTube channel. And you're done. Stop the recording there. If you had just a cell phone, with as long as you have good lighting and everything looks good, you can also do some mood lighting and set some things up around the video, it can really help with the image and the way that it looks. Audio is going to be super important, lighting is going to be super important, composition with your cell phone and placement of your phone recording is also going to be very important. Alright, so that'll do it for this video. Now you know the process for creating high quality content even using a cell phone. However, it is very time consuming, so if you need additional help with this, we'd be happy to help you out. Just click the link around this video to set up a free strategy call, and I'll see you there.